For Lesson 5, let's happily discuss adverbs. An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Let's look at an example of each. First, the orchestra waited until the auditorium grew completely quiet. Completely here is our adverb, and it's modifying the adjective quiet. Next, we immediately recognized Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Here's an example of immediately, and it's modifying the verb recognized. Finally, the famous notes rang out quite clearly. Here, quite is our adverb, and it's modifying another adverb, clearly. Adverbs tell where, when, how, and to what extent. Here's an example of each of those. For where, here's a sentence. The student orchestra stopped here during a national tour. Here's one for when. Will they be returning soon? For how, everyone played magnificently. And to what extent, the auditorium was completely full. Many adverbs, as you've noticed, are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. Sometimes the spelling changes because of this addition. Here are some other commonly used adverbs. Afterward, already, also, back, even, far, fast, forth, hard, instead, late, long, low, more, near, next, not, now, often, slow, sometimes, still, straight, then, today, tomorrow, to, yet. Pause the video to get all of those down in your notes. An intensifier is an adverb that defines the degree of an adjective or another adverb. Intensifiers always precede the adjectives or adverbs they're modifying. Here are examples of intensifying adverbs. Extremely, just, more, most, nearly, only, quite, rather, really, so, somewhat, to, truly, and very. These intensify whatever you're trying to say. All right, take a minute now to go over your practice work in the notes and then come back and we'll see how you did. All right, in this practice work, you wanted to highlight or circle the adverbs in the sentences, then label and draw an arrow to the verb, adjective, or adverb that it modifies. Remember that these adverbs usually end in ly, and these are the things they modify, verb, adjective, or adverb. So let's see how you did. In number 1, we have tirelessly, modifying the verb devoted. In number 2, we have two adverbs, often, modifying the verb worked, and late, also modifying the verb worked. In number 3, we have very, the intensifier, modifying the adjective unpopular, and we have more, modifying the adjective conventional. In number 4, we have terribly, modifying the verb shocked. In number 5, we have gradually, modifying the verb worsened. In number 6, we have 3 here. Finally modifies the verb became. So modifies the adjective severe. And not modifies the verb here. Now notice that not is an adverb. It changes the meaning of the verb. So remember that not is going to be an adverb, modifying the verb it's next to. In number 7, we have how, modifying another adverb, loudly. Loudly then is modifying the verb pounded. Still is modifying the verb could. And again we have not, modifying the verb next to it, here. In number 8, we have stubbornly modifying the verb refused. In number 9, we have courageously modifying the verb continued. And in number 10, we have very, the intensifier, modifying the verb surprised. And completely throwing you for a loop here, going back to modify the verb lost. Now notice, remember that a lot of these adverbs end in ly. So when you're looking for an adverb, look for the words that end in ly, and that should be your initial assistance to help you find those things. All right, if you have questions, please ask. If you're ready to go, then go ahead and work on your practice work.